that your desired level is altered to a level that is not normal because you are using things that are not artificial. Now you're going to get a guy, you want him when you now get married, you want him to do all those stuff. Unfortunately, it's not wired to do that. Then you're going to run into problem like a woman said to me. She said, Pastor Sam, my husband does not know. She married as a virgin, but she got introduced to this thing. As at the time when she came to speak to me, I went to preach in their church, a popular church here, and I preached on infidelity. She said, Pastor Sam, when people came out that day, their pastor was crying. She said, Pastor Sam, if I had come out that day, the church would scatter. Why? Everybody respects her, including her pastor. She's a manager of a big bank. But when she came to me, she said, Pastor Sam, as I'm talking to you now, my mother will be ashamed of the girl she raised and sent it to marriage as a virgin. I said, why, ma? She says, I'm talking to you now, there are 4 men I'm sleeping with. 4. And she said, Pastor Sam, she said, I don't know how the wild nature in me got activated. She said, I just can't find satisfaction in one. So she said, there's a man she sleeps with, that one is just for business. There's another guy she sleeps with. She said that one is a younger guy, and he said that's a guy that brings out all the wild nature. He ties her, BDSM, spank, and they do all kinds of. Where did she see spanking from? She watched it somewhere. So vibrators, trust me, if you are into the vibrator business, I'm not telling you to not bring you pleasure, but it will bring you so much pain in the future, because you are going to now start looking for what you can't find in a man. And if you can't find it in your man, you will keep looking for deeper vibrators, bigger vibrators. You're going to be looking for men who can function like vibrators, and certainly you will not find that within the confines of marriage. Is that okay? All right, thank you. I think I'll just take how many minutes more do I have? Oops. Okay, so quick, ma'am.
So I have 2 questions. First, your generation and our generation are not the same.
Yes.
And the men we have today talk about sexual compatibility.
Yes.
Which a lot of time is very important. And you said, okay, the Bible said sex is a sin. So how do we go about that? Outside marriage.
Sorry, ma'am.
That is not a legalized sex.
Sorry, ma'am. It doesn't matter what generation you belong to. The Bible is for all generations. Sweetheart, whether it is robot generation, computer generation, any man you give sex before marriage, you will live to regret it. Period.
Okay, my second question is, we talk about women. We all humans are not perfect. We're working towards perfection.
Absolutely.
In a relationship, our older ones will always tell us that when someone is wrong and he has come back to say, I am sorry,
absolutely,
you forgive the person and take the person back.
Right.
In terms of men,
yes,
sorry to say, in terms of men, when you forgive them, they can cry a river, and when you forgive them, they come back to do the same thing over and over again, and you keep forgiving. So in this situation, how do you handle that? Because a lot of time when you walk, like when you leave them behind, there's always an older person to tell you, please forgive the person, is not perfect. You will not find a perfect person out there.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're done? Okay, so your major concern is, what do you do with people that keep repeating the same thing?
Repeating the same thing.
Repetition is indicative that the person has not yet come to a state of admittance that what the person is doing is wrong. So sweetheart, look out for that when you are courting, when you are dating the guy.
Okay, but why do men ask for second chance and they keep repeating the same thing? Like, no, I'm paying because...
Why do men ask for second chance? Because we are men and we don't get it. So your assignment when you are dating a guy is to first of all make sure that as you're talking with the guy, you notice he's done this stuff. Don't forget what I told you: commendation, observation, recommendation, right? Commendation. So you let him see, guy, listen, look at what you did to me yesterday. You slapped me, you did this, and stuff like that. Okay? And you want to promise me that's not going to happen again. And he said, yes. And tomorrow he does it again and you're still dating. And you talk to him, you say, why would you do that again to me? He does it the second time. Trust me, it's no longer a mistake. Is that okay? Once you get to the third time, if for any reason why you love him, then you can say because of that you want to call somebody else who is like a senior person, because such a matter will not be kept in secret anymore. Call somebody who is senior to intervene. After that, if he's unwilling to change, please, ma, you've already gotten a reason why you should not marry him, because what you are seeing repeating itself before marriage is what you're going to have happening during marriage.
Okay, sir. You talk about giving. Last question, sorry. You talked about men giving as part of being a man.
Yes.
We have different kind of men. There are men that don't know how to give until you ask.
Yes.
I don't know. Are there no good men as well?
They are good men.
Okay.
The most important is that they should end up giving.
But you need to ask.
Yes, no, the Bible also says ask and keep asking. Is that okay? So here's the game. Here's the game. Just be aware that if the man you are dealing with is a man that you must keep asking before he gives, know that that's what will happen in marriage. So don't get into marriage and expect him to change. Just know that what you see is what you're going to get. That if I'm going to get anything from this guy, I must keep what? But if once you ask, he doesn't give. You ask, he doesn't give. Just know that that's what you're going to have in marriage also. He's not going to be a giver. And my counsel to you is, if you ask a guy the first time, you ask the guy again, and say, sorry, sweetie, please, would you begin to think about just being generous on your own? Do you understand that? He what? That's it. You said he will get mad because of how you talk to him, not what you say to him. It's how we talk that creates problem, not what we say. Commendation. So, sweetie, don't give that guy sex, though. Don't give anybody sex. You understand me? If he tells you he's a digital guy, tell him to go and sleep with machine. You said? If you have already done that, I appreciate that question. Is that okay? I had the same conversation with my son, and we're talking about certain things, and he said, Daddy, what if somebody has made that mistake already? You've come to a place where you've learned now. And all of us have made mistakes before. Just for you to be aware, you are not alone. If you've ever made mistake here, raise your hand. Wave it. Wave it at her. You got it now? You get it? All right. So we all make the mistakes. I mean, we've all fooled around before and all of that. So those mistakes. Yeah. Okay. Are we coming this way? Okay. Go ahead, ma'am. Straight to the question.
Okay, Papa. So, based on your discussion, the ladies are designed to be receivers, while the men are givers. Now, my question comes in two phases. What if the person, you know that, okay, this person is actually a giver, but maybe due to situations around, he is incapacitated to help at the point, and then probably you are more, you have more hands. Is it wrong you render a helping hand? Because like some programs you attend, you hear of like, lady, you are a helpmate, so don't always wait for the guy to give you. You also should give to the guy.
Yes.
So in that way, what's your own view to that?
Okay.
And
Second
then
question.
Also, we're talking about being angry and other things. Okay, there are some people that actually you talk to them, they actually know that, okay, yes, I have this as a weakness. And then probably when you're trying to like talk to the person to see how you can help the person to work on that, the person will be like, yes, I know that I have this weakness, but I need you to give me time.
Yes.
It will take time before I work on it. So what do you do?
No, time does not make a fool.
Because that kind of thing sometimes frustrates a person.
No, time does not make a foolish man a wise man. It's what he does with the time. So leaving a fool to have time, by the end of next year, a fool will still be a fool if he doesn't read between the year. If a fool doesn't go, so it's not about I'm giving you time. What will you be doing That's all. So you need to make sure you know, what are you going to be doing? How can I be of help? Who do you need to help us? How do you deal with the in-betweens? Because if you park a car inside the garage, it's not going to come out as a human being. If you move a monkey inside the garage and lock it up there for the next 2 years, it's not going to come out as a Lamborghini. If your car is damaged, you move it into the garage, you don't fix it. In 2 years' time, you come back, you meet a more damaged car. So time doesn't fix men. Time doesn't fix anybody. Is that okay? A fool will be a fool by next year, a compound fool, in fact. All right. So what actually changes men is the impartation of wisdom, access to information, and the rest of that. Is that okay? All right. So don't allow anybody to tell you, give me time. Time is not a strategy. Then the other thing I want to quickly mention is you mentioned the first one has to do with giving. So you said if the guy is not in position, right? So hey, calm down first. If you're about to marry a guy and the guy doesn't have a job, marriage is not a cure for joblessness. So you wait for him to have a job. I mean, how do you use marriage to reward joblessness? That when we marry, then he will now get a job. That doesn't, it's not a, wait for him, let him get a job. Is that okay? Because you don't even know who a guy is when he's broke. So wait for him to get a job, all right? Let him get a job, just over broke. He doesn't have to be too rich. Let him have predictable means of income, all right? Then if you want to give him money to assist him, please don't give him money to be feeding him. What do you want to be doing that will begin to bring income? Like doing keke napep, all right? Like, does he want to be producing something? So you can give him money and say, sorry, this is my little contribution to what you want to do, just like you would give to a friend. You give it to him so that he can start doing something, but not that you are feeding him. You are not meant to carry a man, you are meant to help a man. Is that okay? All right, thank you very much. I think I will have to close. Oops. Okay, who is asking this question? Okay, 1 minute, one question each.
So you spoke about relationship and marriage not being the cure for loneliness.
Yes.
Please, could you kindly recommend the cure for loneliness? Thank you.
No, the cure for loneliness is getting down into the cause of your loneliness. If, for instance, rejection is the reason for loneliness, you understand, because I've been too rejected, I've suffered rejection, as a result of which I'm beginning to feel lonely and withdrawn and all of that. I have to deal with the causative reason for my loneliness, which is rejection. And somebody else in my life is not going to be what will fix that. I have to deal with that. Your presence can numb me to the pain, to the pain of rejection, but your presence will not cure that. When eventually we get married, your presence that numbs me to that pain, when you go to sleep at midnight, I can sleep because now my rejection comes back. It's like when you go, somebody cuts you and put anesthesia. When the anesthesia wears away, the pain comes back. It's like saying I use drugs to wear away pain. The moment the drugs go off, I come back to my pain. So rejection, identify the cause of loneliness and deal with it. Sometimes you may have to sit down with a therapist. Sometimes the root cause may be emotional wounds, abandonment. Yes, abandonment makes a lot of people who are in adulthood to be lonely. For instance, my own precious wife, her mother walked out of her life when she was 5 years old. That never left my wife the same. So we have to deal with that. Yes, we have to deal with that. Thank God that I'm a little bit knowledgeable about some of these matters. It will have destroyed my marriage. Do you understand that? And then I had my own issues too. Thank God for knowledge again. That would have also destroyed my wife. So we're saying, why go into marriage all this complicated baggage when you can actually unbag them? All right? Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Fine man.
Celebrate you, sir.
I honor you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes.
This is my question here. I'm this person. I love church. I love anything that has to do with God. So when I meet this girl, maybe let me not say this guy. It's just one person. It's been let me say a red flag for me.
Take the microphone up a bit.
Okay, it's been a red flag for me when I get to show you that I love anything that has to do with God. I love church. Because then I used to go to club. Whenever it's Friday, we say, thank God it's Friday.
Yes.
Then now it's Sunday. I love Sunday though so much. Aside my work, I have time to fellowship with God, praise, and get educated, even in my spirit. So when I get to tell her, do you go to church or are you going to church? And I get to understand that they are not so straight about it. And I wouldn't want to get married to a girl that I have to start fighting. Are we going to church or not? Because I see young couple going to church. I love it. I love the fact that you dress, look all good, going to church, praising God and all that. So when I get to ask, are you going to church? And you start, it's a turn off for me, like a big red flag. I don't know.
Okay, so, hello. 1 minute, everybody. So basically, if a lady doesn't like going to church, right?
Yeah.
It's a red flag for you.
Because I think if I get to get married you,
it will be a problem trying to pull out to church.
Yes, because I knew what you took for God to do that for me.
So that is a simple cure to it now.
Yes, sir.
Just imagine today's meeting.
Yes, sir.
Today's meeting. So what I understand now is that you are not engaged, but you have money. I get that. Okay, so look around. Just look around. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you. Can you see some of these sisters here? These ladies have been here since 10 o'clock. Sir, 9 o'clock. Are you hearing that? Sir, you have a problem. If you look outside, these ones who on their own came 9:30. They love this place. See them. They are free to go home, but they are still sitting down. What is making them sit down when they should have gone home? They value the same thing you value, knowledge. They value the God you value. It will be covetous